Hello dear students, today we'll talk about Cannizzaro reaction. So let's start. So Italian chemist discovered this technique which is Cannizzaro reaction. So the disproportion reaction, redox reaction of a non-ionizable aldehyde without alpha hydrogen in the presence of a strong base to furnish an alcohol and a carboxylic acid is called Cannizzaro reaction. Now we have to know what is this proportion reaction. Is the reaction in which when one entity undergoes both oxidation as well as reduction simultaneously in the same reaction and two different products are formed. So one molecule of aldehyde is reduced to the corresponding alcohol while the second one is oxidized to the carboxylic acid. So there are different names, alternate names, which are self-oxidation reduction, disproportion, basic hydrolysis, nucleophilic addition reaction. So these are some alternate names of Cannizzaro reaction. So this is the general equation that we have two molecules of aldehyde because one is reduced and one is oxidized. So we have alcohol and we have carboxylic acid. Now we will look on the example. So if we have two molecules of formed aldehyde in the presence of NaOH, we have formic acid and methanol. And if we have two benzyl aldehyde with no alpha hydrogen, so we have no alpha hydrogen, so this one is the alpha carbon, and we have 1 2 3 and 4 bonds of this carbon without alpha hydrogen. We have benzoic acid and benzyl alcohol. Self-oxidation reduction rate. Aldehyde with no alpha hydrogen when treated with concentrated alkali or other strong bases undergoes self-oxidation and reduction to produce an alcohol and salt of a carboxylic acid. This disproportion reaction is known as Cannizzaro reaction. So I already gave you the example that if we have two benzaldehyde, we have benzyl alcohol and sodium benzoate, and if we have two molecules of formaldehyde, we have methyl alcohol and sodium formate. So now you have to find out. So this is the equation. So we have benzaldehyde, benzyl alcohol, sodium benzoate. We have formaldehyde, methyl alcohol and sodium formate. Now you have to see here. We have sodium benzoate here. But in our previous slide, we have what we have methanol, we have formic acid, and we have benzoic acid. But here in this slide, we have sodium benzoate and sodium formate, not formic acid. Why? This I will give you in the mechanism. But you have to remember, if we are using concentrated alkali or other strong bases, we will have the salt of that carboxylic acid. This you have to remember. But if we don't have the concentrated alkali or strong base, we will not have sodium benzoate or sodium formate or the salt of that carboxylic acid. So we will move forward to our first step. The aldehyde, a nucleophile such as hydroxide ion, is used to attack carbonyl group of the given aldehyde and giving rise to an anion carrying two negative charge. So this OH attacks this carbon, and then we have OH, and then another molecule of OH attacks this hydrogen of OH, and then we have water molecule plus two negative charge ions. Okay, then we have dianion. And in the second step, this diene react with the second aldehyde. Okay, and this hydrogen hybrid transfer, this hydrogen attacks this carbon and this oxygen take back to two double bonds, and then we have carboxylate anion and alkoxide anion. Okay, how that this hydrogen attacks the second aldehyde, and then we have alkoxide ion, and this one will become carboxylate anion. And in step 3, so first we will look on alkoxide anion. In the presence of water, it will take this H hydrogen ion, we have alcohol, But here we have hydronium ion. Where it came from? So you have to do acid workup. What is acid workup? That you have to use some acid and you have to provide some hydrogen ion to the water, because carboxylate anion is less basic than water, so it cannot take hydrogen ion from water. So you have to do acid work up. So you need hydronium ion from outside. And for alcohol, oxide ion is more basic than water, so it can take H from water. So this is the basic difference. So if you have concentrated base, then you will have sodium here. You will not need hydronium ion. But if you are using diluted amount of base, then you need hydronium ion by acid workup. Okay, so you have to just write it up that you have to write acid workup if you are using diluted amount of base. But if you have concentrated amount of base, you have sodium benzoate. But if you have a if you do acid workup, then you have carboxylic acid. Okay, not salt of carboxylic acid, like you have sodium formate or you have formic acid. So what is cross Cannizzaro reaction? When a mixture of formaldehyde and a non-analyzable aldehyde is treated with a strong base, the latter is preferentially reduced to alcohol, while formaldehyde is oxidized to formic acid. This variant is known as cross Cannizzaro reaction. In other words, when aldehydes are not identical, this is known as cross Cannizzaro reaction. So if we have two molecules of aldehyde, one is benzaldehyde and one is formaldehyde, in the presence of 33% NaOH, 33% NaOH means it is in diluted form, then you have to provide hydronium ion H3O positive through acid workup. Then we have benzyl alcohol and formic acid. But if we provide concentrated NaOH, then we don't have formic acid, we have sodium formate. Okay, you have to keep it in mind that if you have diluted amount, then you have formic acid, but if you have concentrated amount, then you have sodium salt of carboxylic acid. So thank you very much for watching this video. Hello dear students, today we will study Mannich reaction. So it is a German chemist in 1912 discovered this reaction. So Mannich reaction is the multi-component condensation of a non-analyzable aldehyde, usually formaldehyde, ammonia on primary and secondary amine, and an analyzable carbonyl compound containing at least one hydrogen atom to give amino-alkylated protons. Okay, so this is our reaction. This is general equation. We have amine, we have no alpha hydrogen compound, and we have one alpha hydrogen compound. And then with the removal of water, you have to remove hydrogen from ionizable carbonyl compound and double bond oxygen from non-ionizable carbonyl compound and hydrogen from amine. Then we have Mannich base, and the name is beta amino carbonyl compound. So you have to remove water in the presence of acid, you will have Mannich base. So example, so we have acetone formaldehyde dimethylamine, and now if we remove this H, okay, this double bond and one H from this one, okay, then we have CH3, C double bond, CH2, CH2, because this one removed, then we have CH2, and then N, CH3, CH3, we have 4 dimethylamino-butane 2 on. This is Mannich base. Then we will look on example number 2. If we have acetophenone formaldehyde diethylamine, in the presence of HCl we need a base actually, and then we have to remove the water, and then we have 3 diethylamino 1 phenyl propane 1 on Mannich base. Okay, there is also water out, it will go outside. Then this one we have H from here, double bond, and one H from here. Then we have 3 diethylamino 1 phenyl propane 1 on. Now we will start with the mechanism. So it comprises of three phases. So we have formaldehyde and amine. Then we have intermediate product, a duct that these two will combine. So these two lone pair of nitrogen attack this carbonyl compound, carbonyl carbon of formaldehyde. Then we have intermediate adduct, and then we have deprotonation of nitrogen. This hydrogen we remove, and same time we have protonation of the hydroxyl group, and then we have this intermediate product. So we have removed this hydrogen, and we have H with HO. Okay, then from outside we have H which will attack this oxygen, and we have plus sign here, and then this is in equilibrium, or it is, so the reaction is going forward and backward, but we want that we will move forward. So we will provide all reactants, all catalyst, and we will provide heat, we provide everything that reaction has to move forward. So then we have resonance stabilized iminium ion which is obtained. ठीक है, iminium ion. So this is resonance, because if we have double bond here, which is this one, we don't have positive sign on carbon, we have positive sign on nitrogen. But if we remove this one, and then nitrogen have 3 bonds and carbon has positive sign, so now this will react with our next step. So now we have keto form of analyzable carbonyl compound, and it will change its form to enol form. How? The reaction carried out in acidic condition, the ionizable carbonyl compound is converted to enol form because oxygen of keto form is protonated and alpha hydrogen is removed. So this one oxygen is protonated and this hydrogen is removed. We have enol form. And now with the iminium ion enol form, we have beta aminocarbonyl compound. So this is our final product. The enol intermediate then attacks the iminium ion at positive charge carbon adjacent to nitrogen and at the same time gets deprotonated, final producing a beta aminocarbonyl compound which is Mannich base. What are the applications? So we have beta aminocarbonyl compounds can be conventionally reduced to beta amino alcohol which show considerably pharmacological activity. So it is also involved in synthesis of alkyl amines, peptides, nucleotides, antibiotics, alkaloids and polymers, and also different types of antidepressants and anti-inflammatory drugs are synthesized through this reaction. It is also involved in manufacturing of soap and detergent, and it is also important for the synthesis of a precursor of atropine. So these all are the application of Mannich reaction. So thank you very much for your attention. If you have any question, you can ask.